guys,
welcome back to my channel.
My name is Nasha if you're new here, and in today's video
we're going to be doing
what I got at the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. So as you can see,
I put everything into one box.
It's a lot of stuff. The quarantine might have sent me
A little bit crazy and I might have went a little bit ham,
but
out of everything I got, it was
stuff that I really wanted to try. A couple of favorites that I was replacing, and the fact that I'm getting it at 30 to 50%
off. And then also April is my birthday month, so at times I was getting 4 times points,
or for the rest of the month I'm getting twice the points. So, you know, there were some perks to picking up
these things that I really wanted to get.
So I did this haul a bit of a try on first impression style. So all of the items are on my face,
so you can get a preview of what we have in the box.
And for those of you that don't know, Ulta 21 Days of Beauty is a sales event
that they have twice a year.
It used to be once, but for the
past couple of years it's been twice a year, in the spring and in the fall, where they take a lot of
high-end items and mark them down 50%. And then they also have hot buys, where for the entire week there are items you can get 30%
off, or it's
the minis are 2 for 1. So it's
usually a time that if
you are eyeing something, hopefully it goes on
sale, replenish the things that are
replenish your favorites that have run out. I usually wait for the sale because they
always have my brow pencils, my favorites, on sale. So I usually wait for the sale and I stock up, so I never
have to pay full price for those bad boys. Yes, and the sale runs for 3 weeks, 21 days, and every day another
couple items go on sale. So you pretty much have to be on the ball on the day to go in and purchase something else.
Normally they have pickup in store, so you don't have to pay
for shipping or have to spend over $35 every single
time, which I
understand can be completely annoying. I'm elite, so
I don't have to pay for shipping at all, thank goodness. And
unfortunately stores are closed, so that was another bummer.
Hopefully you guys were able to pick up some things that you
were eyeing. If you're interested in seeing all the items that I got and everything that I put on my face, please keep on watching. Okay, so before we get started on the face, I'm going to talk about some skincare stuff that I got. So I got this Origins Go-To Treats Day to Night Skincare Essentials. So there are 4 mini travel daycare items in here. There's the Checks and Balances face wash, the Ginseng Energy Boosting Gel Moisturizer, the High Potency Nitamins, which is a resurfacing cream for night, and the Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream to brighten and depuff. So the reason why I got this, I love getting little minis to travel. We're not doing any traveling right now, but you know, later on in the year when we can. I like having these little minis in my travel bag because I don't take all of my full-size skincare items with me, and having acne prone skin, I always like to make sure that I have my skincare routine going, because a couple days of skipping it can, you know, really do a number on my skin. So I always like to make sure that I have my skincare keep going even when I'm traveling. The other skincare item I got was the Sunday Riley Flash Fix Good Genes and Ceramic Slip. So the ceramic slip is a little mini cleanser, and the Good Genes Lactic Acid, I have used this before. I've bought several minis of this. I absolutely love it. I love what it does for my pores. It really does feel like they're shrinking. One good day I'm going to bite the bullet and buy the full size of this, which I think is like $80, and then there's one for $150. One day, maybe I'll buy the full size, but I do feel like this mini size lasts a long time. So for now, we're gonna stick with the minis. This was also 50% off. Okay, so on to the face. We're gonna start off with eyebrows. I got this Urban Decay Brow Blade Waterproof Pencil and Ink Stain. So it says you create a flawless brow that looks microbladed without the tattooed commitment. So this is a pretty new product for Urban Decay, and when it came out and a lot of people were raving about it, I wanted to try it, but $20 something, a little too steep for me. So when I saw it was 50% off, I grabbed it up. So there is the pencil on one side. It's like a skinny eyebrow pencil, just like the ABH Brow Wiz or the Precisely My Brow that I love. And then the other side is a felt tip liner. This is called an ink stain, where you do like those hair like strokes at the front of the brow and I guess throughout the brow, so it looks microbladed. So this was the only brow product that I bought, so I'm going to fill in the middle and the tail of my brow with the pencil side, and then we'll go in with the stain side. Okay, so far it performs just as well as my ABHMR Precisely. My brow is a little bit lighter, a little bit less pigment, but I think with this type of brow you're going for a more natural brow. So now let's go ahead and do the ink stain. So I'm gonna do like really little flicks. Let's see if I can pull this off. Oh wow, it really does give some really nice, it really looks like hair. So far I like this. So I'm gonna do the other brow and I'll be right back and we shall see. Okay, so these are the finished brows. I really like how that worked. My only question would be, how long does this ink stain last? I hope it lasts a pretty long time because I don't want to run out of the ink stain while I still have the pencil, or you know, dries up. So far, first impression, I really like this. Okay, so I went ahead and primed my eyes with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Caffeine, and now we can jump into the palette. It is the Lime Crime Prelude Chroma, the one with the greens and purples, a little bit of a subculture vibe. I am one of the weirdos who actually absolutely loved, still do, subculture. So out of all the ones that were on sale, this was the one that really caught my eye. So basically all of the Venus palettes, as well as the 3 new ones that they did, were on sale. There is the smoky one, there's another Prelude that is more on the warm neutral side, and then this one. So I decided to go with this one because this color story was much more interesting to me. The 3 Venuses, I have the first one, and in I think a year ago in the sale they were also 50% off, so these were $19 as opposed to $38. I bought Venus 2 and 3. I did a couple looks with them on my Instagram, and maybe it's my fault for waiting because it was almost a year before I actually used them, and they were so dry. They just didn't work for me. I was able to pull some looks out with them, but it was horrible, and I was a little bit scared to try this. So let's see, now that I'm using it, as soon as I got it, and this is relatively new, so we know it's not sitting in a warehouse somewhere, how well this works. So I'm not gonna do anything complicated, and I'm not gonna talk through it. I'm just gonna throw on an eye look, zoom it in, throw on an eye look, point, and we can see how this palette works. Okay, so this is the eye look so far. We're gonna finish it up when we finish up the rest of the face. So far, I really like this palette. It is performing leaps and bounds better than the other ones, the other Venuses. These shimmers go on like butter when they are wet. Absolutely love them. That gold is stunning. We'll come back to it when it's time to do the lower lash line and the brow bone, but for now I'm gonna do liner and lashes. Okay, don't laugh, but for liner, I bought the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner, but this one is in dark brown, not black. I have 20 black ones. I don't need another black, but I wanted to try out a dark brown liner. I guess for more softer looks when you want to do the wing, but not as harsh as a black liner. So It is a typical waterproof eyeliner. Stila liners are not my favorite because the tip is a little bit stiff. Right now I'm working my way through a black one in my like everyday makeup. Okay, so then we have the liner with the brown. Not bad at all. This look is a little bit dramatic for brown liner. It's going to be something I'm going to use with more natural everyday looks. But it does show up well even with this dramatic eye look. And it did go on nicely. Even over the shimmers, because sometimes liners can skip when you go over shimmers. But it's pretty nice. So for lashes, I have a couple of choices. So I picked up 3 of one of my favorite brands, House of Lashes. I wanted to try some new styles from them. The Iconics and Iconic Lights are actually my favorite lashes. They look so beautiful just to throw on with any look. And they're very affordable. These are $12, and so I got them on sale for $6. And they are very, very easy, in my opinion, to put on. They just plop right on. So I love these lashes. So the styles I got are Juliet. So it flares out on the end and has those little pieces that I like. I also got Allura Light. This one doesn't flare out at the end. It's longer in the middle. So it's and also very, very wispy. And then I got Noir Fairy Light. Not as much of a flare on the end either, but also very, very wispy. I love these lashes. Highly, highly recommend them. Another lash that I got is one that really intrigued me. These Blinking Beauty lashes. Now, first of all, look at the packaging. How luxe is this packaging? It's an acrylic box. And I believe these were $26, I would say. And I think I got them for $13. All the prices will be on the screen and in the description box. If I'm saying them wrong. But look, this thing is so luxe. And then you open it up like this. And you pull out the lashes. So online these looked a little bit more dramatic than they actually are. I'm definitely keeping this box to display something in it. Something. But yeah, so these are the Luxe Innovative Lashes Genius. So they look a little bit shorter than lashes that I'm used to, and I feel they're probably like ones that are specifically the flare out on the end. So I'm really, really intrigued to try these and see how they are going to look. So these are the ones that we're going to be using today. Okay, so these are said to be 3D lashes with a cotton band. I love lashes that have a cotton band because to me, I feel those are some of the most comfortable. Please ignore the noise. They're playing video games out there. But yeah, it has a cotton band, has 3D technologies, very, very flared on the ends. So let's see how this looks. Okay, that went on really easy. It does feel a little weird that it's only kind of like on this half of my eye, but I guess once I put on mascara and match my lashes to it, it won't look as weird. But these were super easy to go on. It's very, very light. Barely feel anything. Maybe there is something to this Genius lash. Okay, so those are both lashes on. I still don't know how to feel about the fact that it's just like half a lash. But for now, let's continue on with the face. For primer, I picked up the Smashbox Oil and Shine Control Primer. This is also a pretty new primer for them, and it's going into summer, so Oil and Shine Control is definitely what I need. It's their classic primer packaging. It's said to have time-release technology that controls oil and shine for up to 12 hours. And it's for combination to oily skin, which is exactly what I have. So hopefully once we are allowed to go outside and socialize again in the summertime, hopefully by summer, we'll be able to get outside. I'll be able to test this out even more. Okay, has a nice smell. Doesn't feel oily at all. Almost like a moisturizer, which I like. My skin seems to be a little bit blurred. So we'll see. It is early afternoon and I'm probably going to be wearing this until sometime tonight. So I'll see if this really does help to control some of my oil and shine. Because even though I'm basically sitting in the house, you know, sometimes by the end of the day, there's still a little bit of oil coming through. So we'll see if this helps with any of it. I did not get any foundations, but this foundation was on sale. It's the Pure Flesh Liquid Foundation. And I picked it up in the color Salted Caramel. It's a frosted bottle, so you can't really see, but this is the color that I got. It doesn't say what the claims are on the box, but from what I could remember, it says to shade the bottle. From what I could remember, it's supposed to be a soft matte finish. And of course, I guessed my shade online, so let's see how well I did. So shake it, and I'm gonna pump a little bit of it on the back of my hand. Oh shit, it looks light. Nah, we'll see. I'm gonna apply with my sponge. Oh wow, this is light. This is way too light. It could very well be that my sponge is soaking up all the product. It has very little coverage, if any, at all. So the fact that it was too light, you really don't even see that. I'm going to try to put one more layer on and let's see what happens. And this time I'm going to go in with a brush. It's a Real Techniques buffing brush. More coverage with a brush, but then also you do see how light it is. I'm gonna really have to bronze this up. Okay, so this is 2 layers of the foundation blended in, and it is definitely a no for me because it is 1, too light in color, 2, too light in coverage. It's barely giving me anything, and in order to have more coverage, I'll need to put it on with a brush, and I'm not a fan of putting on my foundation with a brush. I usually like to use my sponge, so this one is a no. Okay, so I didn't pick up any new concealer or contour, so I'm gonna do that and blend it out, and then we're gonna come back and do the powder. Okay, so here we are back with the concealer and contour blended in, and now time to set. So for powder, I picked up this Lancome Long Time No Shine Matte Loose Setting and Mattifying Powder. I picked up the color Deep. I haven't looked to see how deep it is yet. It's not too bad. I was worried it would be too deep for me to set my under eyes and therefore eliminate any highlighting that I've done. I mean, we'll try. So it comes with a little powder puff. So this powder was not 50% off. I believe it was 30% off. This powder is originally $40-something. When I tell you the packaging feels luxe, that's the thing about Lancome. Their packaging always feels luxe. So I'm gonna knock some out into the cap. Okay, this is the color. It does look pretty deep, but I'm hoping it's more translucent and doesn't leave behind that much color. Oh, that is way too dark. Oh my god. Now I have to do the other side to balance it out. Okay, so we're gonna dust that away. That is way too dark, even too dark for the rest of my skin. And it's not for the fact that the foundation I'm wearing is lighter. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to exchange that for the lighter one. I do have to say the powder did set the concealer down really, really nicely. It looks really nice, like skin under there, just too dark. I look like a zombie. So I definitely gotta lighten that up. But the powder itself is pretty beautiful. It'll be great for my chocolate sisters. So I have this Bare Minerals powder right here, which is a lot lighter. I'm gonna use that to brighten up what I just did. Sexy. And now to set the rest of my face, I repurchased an oldie but goodie. This is an old favorite from over 10 years ago. I would say almost 15 years ago. It is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in Dark. So this is what it looks like. I got onto this powder way back when I was first really starting to get into higher end makeup. And I went to a MAC counter and I got my makeup done, and this is what the guy used on my face. And ever since that, I just started using that. That's when I first started using the foundation that I'm in love with and I repurchase all the time. I'm pretty glad to have this back in my life. So I'm gonna dust it all over my face. What I love about this powder is it's very silky smooth, and it doesn't have a lot of color to it, but it really makes your skin just look nice and naturally radiant, I guess, as it's supposed to. Okay, so for blush and bronzer, y'all, when I saw that these were on sale, I was jumping for joy. And then on the day that they went on sale, I knew that these were gonna go quick. I literally bought this at like 1 o'clock in the morning, like as soon as it's changed over on Ulta's website. I'm a mom, I don't go to sleep till like 2 a.m. But I knew, and then by 11 a.m. that day when I went back on, sold out. So I was glad I jumped on it. So I picked up the Suntan Bronzer and the Spiced Cinnamon Blush. So this is what it looks like. This is a relatively new product for Cover FX. Only thing I'm annoyed at is my grubby little fingers are going to mess up this packaging. It is so cute. So this is the bronzer. So there is a matte bronzer and a shimmery bronzer. I tend to not use shimmery bronzers a lot, so I'll probably use this as a blush topper. But let's try out this bronzer. I am going to take a little bit of the shimmery bronzer just to try it out. I'm going to put it like more in this area. Okay, so that warmed the skin up nicely. You don't see a lot of shimmer from the shimmery bronzer. It just really just makes the skin look radiant, which I really like that. This is what the blush looks like. Mine broke a little bit, so it's a little bit messy, but it's not bad. I don't mind. I'm also going to do a little bit of the shimmery one as a blush topper. Okay, these are really beautiful. It has a really good color payoff, and the shimmery side is not so much shimmery as more as radiant. So I really love these. Okay, so for highlight, this is where I messed up and I didn't get online as quickly as I needed to. So by the time I got online, most of the colors were sold out. It is the Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder. I got the color Lucent Jungle. The packaging is so cute. It's like a pinky clear packaging, and this is the color. I was a little bit worried that this might be too dark for me. It matches my lid color really nicely. So hopefully it's not too dark for me. I wanted the lighter kind of champagne. I think there was like a peachy duochrome color. That's the one that I wanted, but unfortunately by the time I got in there, it was sold out, and only this one and the darker blush colored one was available. So I got this one, so hopefully it works. If not, I guess I'll just exchange it for the lighter one whenever stores reopen. But for now, let's see if it works. It's not bad. I can always top this with something lighter if I want to. But this is beautiful. Damn. Okay, it's not as light as I would like, but it's actually not bad. Maybe for those days when I want a little bit more of a subtle highlight. Maybe in the summertime when I have a little bit of a tan. But that is beautiful. Okay, I'm still going to try to get the lighter color though, because this is stunning. Okay, and to set the skin, I got the Lancome Fix It and Forget It. It says it is up to 24 hours makeup setting mist. I picked this up mostly because I got the powder, and then I also had the Skin Feels Good and the primer from previous sales. I like to have the collection of items from whatever brand, you know, the primer, the foundation, the powder, the setting spray. I kind of like to collect them all. So, but of course I wait till it's on sale, so I just buy them. A product here, a product there. So I picked these up so I could kind of complete that little foursome. So let's try it out today. Let's give it a little test spritz. Ooh, right out the bat. She don't play. I might overdid it. It is a very, very fine mist. You almost don't feel it on your face. That's why I went a little bit too close. But this feels so good. Such a good spritz. Okay, I really like this. I'll see how well it sets my makeup or keeps my skin looking. Seems to have a bit of a skin-like finish to it, which I love. So okay, so far I like this. Okay, so we're gonna go back in and finish up the eyes. Again, last but certainly not least for lips, I repurchased my MAC Cork lip pencil. This is one of my favorite everyday browns, and I love the MAC formula. It really is long lasting. So it is a pretty neutral brown, and in my opinion it's like the perfect brown for my skin tone. I like it because it's not too warm, it's not too cool tone. It's perfect for any nude that I want to throw on top of it. And I'm going to throw a nude on top of it and I'll be right back. Okay, and here we have the finished look. Okay, so let's quickly just go over everything. Probably not in the order that I used it. I'm just going to grab out of the box. So starting with the powder, unfortunately the powder itself was not a fail, but the color is definitely way too deep for my skin tone. My under eyes are way too dark, and it's too dark to even set the rest of my face, so I'm going to have to exchange this for the lighter color. The lashes, now while these are bougie as hell, I think I should have chosen another style because they're not bad. Like you can see them, you can see the lashes, but the fact that it's, and now that I have mascara on, I use my Lancome Monsieur Big mascara. Now that I have mascara on, it fills in a little bit better, but still the fact that there are these itty bitty like half lashes, maybe I gotta play with the placement of it a little bit more, but to me it just seems a little bit weird. But in terms of the actual lash and the band is very comfortable. It's very light. I don't feel anything at all on my eyes. When I tell you I don't feel anything, very, very light. So I'm definitely going to try a more full pair when it goes on sale. I'm not paying $25-30, although the packaging is gorgeous. I gotta put my wedding ring in here or something. Ooh. Anyway, but yeah, I'll definitely try some other styles, but I gotta see it better in person because this looked like a full lash to me and it's not. It's like a half a lash. So I'll definitely want to try out some more of these if they go on sale again. The palette, I absolutely loved this. The shimmers in here, I wet them to use them, but they feel so soft, so silky. Look at how beautiful. And then this green is my absolute favorite. Seafoam, I have it on my inner corners. It is a beautiful green. This seems like a little bit more of a sophisticated subculture. With these two masks, because they are such darker, deeper colors, they are a little bit harder to blend out, but I was able to blend it out. I didn't really have to blend out the green, but the purple cypress, that's the one that I have in my crease, and it blended up pretty decent. I had to use the Olympia to really get it to blend out because there's no in-between color to use sort of as a transition, but it didn't do a bad job blending out. Overall, I really do like this palette. I enjoy it. I'm probably going to pull it out more in the fall time because of the colors, because it seems like all of the looks, because these are so deep, all of the looks are going to be darker, smokier looks, and the shimmers, when you wet them, they went on like butter. You saw it, like butter. MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark. This is an oldie but goodie. I'm glad to have it back in my life. I love the finish that it gives to my skin. Not too much color to it, but it does give a really nice radiant finish. Really glad that I have this. The Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder in Lucent Jungle. Love the formula of this. It's a tiny bit darker than I like, but you can see when I turn my face, it literally just looked like I have beautiful wet glass skin. So it really does do what it says. I am definitely going to pick up the lighter color once it goes on sale again, or I have some sort of coupon. I'm definitely going to pick up the lighter color that I missed out on because this is absolutely beautiful. The primer, Smashbox Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control Primer. Definitely going to be using this throughout the summer. Hopefully it controls my oils, especially in my T-zone. I don't mind being a little bit dewy, but in the heat, when you're out and about outside, it gets a little bit out of control. So hopefully this is something that can control that. When I put it on, it did give my skin a little bit of a blurring mattifying effect, a little bit. So we'll see how it does to keep the oil at bay for the rest of the day. Okay, we had a short intermission to feed some kids. Now where were we? Okay, the Urban Decay
Brow Blade. So this, I really liked how this did my eyebrows. I like the hair-like strokes that it gave.
And like I mentioned before,
I just want to see how long the ink stain part is going to last. If it's going to dry out, fade away quickly, then I'll see if it's really worth it. But for half price, I'm glad I was able to try this. It gives a more natural brow. So I like it for lighter makeup days. Definitely would continue using this. The Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Eyeliner in brown. I really like the color. I like the formula. It shows up even with such a dramatic look. I did have to go over after all the powders and everything. It did fade a little bit, but I usually do that with my black liners anyway. My only qualm with this is the tip is not as flexible as I like, but the formula itself is nice. It does last, and I really like the color.
My MAC Cork lip liner, always a favorite, always been a favorite. Glad to have this again in my life. I'm mad that I didn't buy two of them because to me this is the perfect color for all of my nude lip colors. This color I'm wearing is the Myrrh MAC matte lipstick in Myrrh. So that's a beautiful pinky nude that I wear a lot.
and it matches perfectly with my cork. So
love this, always have, always will. The Cover FX blush and bronzer
duos, I absolutely love these. I love the color of these.
The powder itself is very silky smooth. The blush is pretty pigmented. I like the shimmer side of them.
That is not too shimmery. It's
really more radiant. Really love that. So
happy that I was able to get these.
I wish I bought
the more orangey color as well, but it seemed a little light for my skin tone. These were the darkest ones, so that's why I picked these up. If I were to go on sale again, I might want to try that one out. If ever I can go in stores and really swatch that. There was one that was more orangey to see if
that will show up on me as well.
So definitely want to try some more of these.
Hopefully my grubby little hands won't get the packaging too dirty. The Lancome Fix It and Forget It 24-hour setting
makeup mist. I absolutely
love the mist on this. It is so fine. Love it. If all setting sprays could be like this, oh, it feels like there was nothing good on your face. Gave me a beautiful skin-like finish. Oh, look at that highlight. Ooh, beautiful skin-like finish. We'll see how long
it lasts. Probably take my makeup off in another
5 to 6 hours, so that'll
give me a good idea of how it's really holding the makeup up. But really like this and really glad that I was able to pick this up. I think it was 30% off,
and at the time I was getting 4 times the points, so I think I got a pretty
good deal with this one.
And last but not least, this was not part of the sale, but it was on sale at the time.
I think it's still on sale for $16. This is definitely not the right color for me. I'm debating whether I'm going to try to get a darker color or just return it, because it might be hard to see, but it's already breaking up like around my jawline. I don't know if it's because of the primer or the powder or whatever the situation is. It is not looking the best around my jawline, so I'm going to decide if I'm going to try a darker color and see if that looks better. It is pretty light coverage. It says for more coverage, let the first layer dry and apply another layer, or just dot where you need it. So I guess they are aware that it is pretty light coverage. I prefer something with a little bit more coverage to it. So more to come on this one. I gotta debate if I'm going to get another one or just forget it, because even when I was putting the formula on, it didn't really seem to be my favorite. So I might just return this, but I don't know yet. Okay, and that's it. That's everything that I picked up in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, Spring Edition 2020. Most of everything is on my face. This is the look that we came up with. So, what do you think? What do you think about everything I got? Did you get some of these things? Did you think it was worth it? Of course, it's worth it at 50% off. The things that I don't like, the powder, the foundation, do you think I should return it? What do you think? Let me know your opinions down in the comments. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like these Ulta hauls and first impression try-on videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.